Hello, hi, and we are back here today with a another shirt video. Yeah, it's been a little bit. I kind of hyped up our trip here to to Italy. We have quite a few Italian shirts to go through. I don't even really, so I never really intended to have the Italian shirts that I have. I mean, I intended to have a few of them, but I never really I kind of just saw them. I was like, "Oh, they're affordable. They look nice, and I'm going to grab them." And that was kind of more or less how we ended up here where I have 4 or 5 shirts from different Italian clubs that we were going to have to go through. So I guess this is kind of the start of like a mini uh thing through some Italian shirts that we're going to go through. Um, the 5 clubs I got. I watch one of them fairly regularly when I feel like I'm not being overwhelmed by what goes on in the Bundesliga, what's going on in USL and MLS, and so on and so on. But that's all right. But today we're gonna start our trip through this Italian venture here. We're gonna start our trip in Rome today. I think it's a logical place to start. And we are specifically going to start in Roma. Because why wouldn't we, right? Roma makes sense. They are the big club of Rome at the moment. And yeah, this is also just like a really good shirt. This is the 23-24 third kit that Roma released. It's great. I think it's one of the better third kits I've seen them have. They get some weird ones every now and then. Every now and then Roma gets some weird ones. I've noticed. So yeah, this is kind of just it's a third kit. This is actually one of the more on the more comfortable side, I would say. It's a kit that's fairly, I don't know what these stripes are doing. It's a fairly comfortable kit to wear. I find myself wearing it quite a bit. We have these like little like tassels here that are like etched into the sleeves here that I really like. The stripes. I like that you got like an orange one, another orange one, and then like a dark red one. Well, I guess that's kind of a red. Red or orange. It still looks nice. And then like of course we have the old Roma badge, the good one, the one I like. It's made by Adidas, of course, and then it has an R on the back. I'm assuming for Roma, but yeah, it's one of the shirts that I got once I saw it. I was like, oh, that's an affordable Roma shirt. Let's go. We're getting that one. That'll be great. And it was sort of at the time I was kind of on a Serie A kick, watching as many Serie A matches as I could. Maybe that's why I ended up with 5 different Italian shirts. Well, not all of them play in the Serie A, as you'll see in the coming videos. But still, this is kind of nice. I think this was a good one to a good kit to start out with Roma here. Um, it has like the single button here that I think is kind of cool, and it's just kind of it's a nice kit. It's a nice kit. It's one of those ones where like I see it and I'm like, oh, that was a good pickup. That one is great in my collection, and I just I really like this badge. This badge is freaking cool. It it's probably one of my favorite badges in all of like football, just in general. Football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. There aren't really a lot of badges to me that top it except for like I mean, Leverkusen's badge is pretty good, Bayern's badge is pretty good. I like Juventus's old badge, but I don't care too much for the new one. Yeah, it's kind of how I feel about that. But with like this one, I think this one's pretty nice. It's one of those like shirts where it's like, oh yeah, it's a third shirt, but it's kind of, in my opinion, out of the 23-24 season, I think this was the best shirt out of the line, personally. So I was like really happy with it. I want to get a Roma home shirt at some point. I don't have a home shirt for Roma. Maybe that'll be a future purchase, something I can look out for. But for now, this is the 23-24 third shirt, and it is the first stop on our like Italian tour that we're going through here for the next few shirt videos, and I think it's gonna be fun. Really, I I like Italian football. I think like they do it right. I think it's fun to watch. It's intense. And I think out of the big five, it's the least predictable, personally. Like Byron's always going to be there in the Bundesliga, kind of lurking, even if somebody else kind of comes up and wins like the Bundesliga. You're always going to have your Manchester Cities, your Uniteds, your Liverpools, your Arsenals, and then I feel like Ligue 1 is kind of just ruled by PSG at the moment. So really, it's kind of like I feel like the Serie A is like the hardest to predict. And then of course, you know, La Liga has like Barca and Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. So I feel like, and yeah, Inter's been kind of on a roll lately, but I don't know. It's just kind of fun. I like Italian kits. I guess they're nice. They always look really good. So I think that's kind of why I ended up with quite a few. Um, I actually have another one on the way. Funny enough, so it would be nice. Add that to the collection, I suppose. And well, yeah, Roma. Anyway, so I will see you all. Bye bye.